There's a tension in the air, not loud, not obvious. But you feel it. In your chest. Like something is holding its breath, waiting for you. The angels say, this man dreams of choosing you, not with doubt, not with hesitation, but with a kind of certainty that changes everything. Yet still he waits. Not for a better time. Not for clarity. He waits for you. For a sign that only your soul can provide. What he feels is real. But it's sacred. And sacred love is not rushed, it's recognized. He watches you more closely than you think. He notices how you hesitate when you smile, the way your eyes shift when you're holding back emotion. He hears what you don't say. And he aches for the moment when you'll finally say it. The angels reveal that he is deeply torn, not because he doubts you, but because he fears misinterpreting the divine. His heart whispers that you are the one. But heaven has taught him to wait for alignment, not impulse. And here's the mystery, the very confirmation he seeks, only your truth can provide. You are the key. Not by proving your love, not by chasing, but by being open to receive what he's been silently offering. The energy of your acceptance, whether spoken or not, will unlock his next step. There is no grand performance needed. Just your truth. Just your quiet surrender to the knowing already planted in your heart. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time. Let your heart speak, even if it trembles. For the angels say, what is holy always waits for love to be freely chosen. For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart. 1 Samuel 16 verse 7, he doesn't talk about it. Not out loud. But there are walls inside him, built from things that still echo when he's alone. The angels whisper, what holds him back is not you, it's what came before you. Memories he never asked for. Wounds he never got the chance to name. Love, for him, has always been a battlefield. He has learned to survive by withholding, by disappearing when it feels too real, too close. He was taught that love demands a sacrifice of self, and he spent years guarding the little wholeness he believes he has left. And yet, here you are. A presence that undoes his defenses without demanding anything. A gaze that sees him without invading. A softness that doesn't shrink under his silence. You, in all your gentle strength, are the opposite of what he prepared for. And that's why it terrifies him. He fears his own heart more than he fears losing you. Because you awaken the parts he locked away. You stir the pieces that were never given space to heal. The angels say, this fear is not rejection. It's grief. Grief for the years he mistook withdrawal for protection. Grief for the love he denied himself. And now, he finds himself in the presence of someone who could rewrite that story. Someone who offers peace without punishment. But breaking free from those patterns isn't easy. He's in a quiet war, not with you, but with the ghosts of what once hurt him. So if he pulls back, if he pauses, it's not because you did something wrong. It's because he's standing on a threshold his soul never imagined he'd reach. You, dear heart, are not the reason for his fear. You are the reason he's beginning to want to cross it. And the angels are holding space for him, and for you. There's a kind of love that asks for nothing but your light, and still, you dim it. Out of habit. Out of hope that maybe, this time, someone will finally choose you when you're quiet, small, accommodating. But the angels lean close today and say, stop shrinking to fit into a space that was made to expand you. This man, with all his longing and confusion, is on his own sacred timeline. But so are you. And your path doesn't pause just because someone else is still learning how to walk beside you. You are not here to wait in silence while carrying the weight of someone else's journey. Your soul came to bloom, to glow, to lead by simply being whole. And the truth the angels speak now is this: your care for him can only be as pure as your care for yourself. He cannot see your value if you keep hiding it behind patience that burns you. He cannot meet you in truth if you keep abandoning your own. Do you see it now? Your radiance is not an offering for someone else to validate. It is the compass of your own divine journey. It is the way heaven marks your place in this world. So rest, nourish, laugh, breathe without apology. Let your joy rise without needing to be understood. Let your beauty exist without needing to be acknowledged. Because the one who is meant to meet you will rise to meet the fullness of your light, not ask you to dim it. And when that happens, it won't feel like a test. It will feel like peace. The angels say, don't lose yourself trying to hold space for someone who hasn't yet remembered how to stand in theirs. You are sacred, even when no one's watching. He doesn't recognize the reflection at first. He looks into your presence and something unfamiliar stares back. Not your eyes, but his own soul, blinking through yours. The angels whisper, you are a mirror. Not a passive one, but a sacred one. You don't just reflect his beauty. You reflect what he buried. The softness he forgot. The truth he feared. The ache he never named. And that shakes him. When he stands near you, it's not just attraction, it's confrontation. You pull him closer to the light, and with that light, the shadows in him no longer hide. You didn't come to heal him. But your existence is a permission slip from the heavens. It's safe to become who he truly is. The angels reveal that every time you simply exist, without pretense, without effort, you call him home. Home to his vulnerability. Home to the love he thought was out of reach. Home to the self he hasn't dared to trust. But not every soul is ready to meet that reflection. Some run. Some fight against it. Some pretend they don't see it, until the silence becomes louder than the truth. You didn't create his wounds, but you reveal them. Not out of cruelty, but out of divine timing. And here lies the divine paradox. By simply being real, you spark the work he's been trying to avoid for years. Your truth exposes his illusions. Your clarity makes his confusion impossible to ignore. The angels say, don't take his fear personally. It's not rejection. It's recognition. You see him. And sometimes, being seen is the scariest thing of all. But this mirror you hold? It's love. It's mercy. And one day, he'll see not just his reflection, but yours, standing there with grace. It began as a whisper. A moment he couldn't name. A thought he dismissed. But now, it's a storm he can't silence. The angels say, his soul is stirring. Not because of something you did, but because of who you are. You've been the signal in the static. The light beneath his closed eyelids. The moment he paused, mid-thought, and felt something shift in his chest without knowing why. This is not infatuation. This is not confusion. This is the start of spiritual awakening. And your energy is the invitation. He's beginning to see you not just with his eyes, but with his heart. And that kind of sight changes everything. Now, he notices the pauses between your words. The way you blend strength and softness in the same breath. He starts to wonder about the things you never said. He starts to imagine a life where he no longer has to guard himself against feeling too deeply. The awakening is quiet, but relentless. He'll hear your name in silence. See your face in dreams. He'll relive moments that once seemed small, now shining with meaning. And what once felt like distance begins to feel like loss. Because he's waking up to the space your absence has created. The angels reveal, he is not yet fully aware of what's unfolding. But the seeds have been sown. The light has broken through. And something within him refuses to go back to sleep. This is the holy unrest. The ache of awakening. The realization that something real has entered his life, and that pretending otherwise will only deepen the longing. He may not say it yet, but he feels it. And the angels are whispering, he is beginning to remember what love is supposed to feel like, and it has your name woven into its light. You feel it, the pull, the distance, the return. Like waves that never decide if they're coming in or pulling away. And it's exhausting. But the angels lean in and say, this pattern is not punishment. It's protection. Not yours, his. He doesn't know how to stay where love feels real. Because real asks for surrender. And surrender asks for a safety he's never truly known. So he returns, only to retreat. He touches closeness, then pulls back as if it burns. Not because you harmed him, but because his nervous system, shaped by past pain, doesn't yet know the difference between intimacy and danger. The angels show that he's caught in a sacred loop, circling a truth he's not ready to embrace. Every return is a glimpse of the man he longs to be with you. Every retreat is the weight of his unhealed past reminding him why he built those walls. And you? You're caught in the dance. Wondering if love means waiting or walking away. But listen closely, you're not the one spinning in circles. You are the center. Still. Quiet. Certain. He orbits what he cannot yet hold. The angels say, don't confuse his instability with your worth. You are the anchor, not the tide. You are steady, even when he is not. Yes, he loves you. And yes, it scares him. He disappears not to forget you, but because remembering you pulls him into a version of himself that he doesn't yet know how to sustain. But each cycle brings him closer. Each moment of distance feels more unbearable. Each silence echoes with the truth he tries to suppress. And one day, he won't run. Because even resistance has an end. And love waits in stillness. There's a kind of healing that doesn't come from words. It comes from presence. And your presence, dear soul, is a balm to him, even when he doesn't speak it. The angels whisper, your love has been the medicine he didn't know he needed. You didn't lecture. You didn't chase. You simply stayed in your truth, offering light without demand. And that undid him. There are wounds inside him that no one ever saw. Not even those who claimed to love him. But you saw. Not because he told you. But because your heart knew. Your love didn't try to fix him. It didn't ask for performance. It said, I see you. Even when you hide. And that, beloved, is what opened the locked door inside him. The angels show us the moment it happened. A glance, a laugh, a silence filled with everything unspoken. That's when something old inside him began to break apart. Not in pain, but in release. He didn't expect to feel safe. Not in love. Not in intimacy. But you made it feel possible. You are the quiet hand reaching through years of shame and silence. You are the warmth that reminds his nervous system it doesn't have to flinch. And still, he may not tell you. Not yet. Because healing is not a straight line. And even medicine needs time to settle. But the work has begun. His heart has registered you. His body remembers you in ways he cannot explain. And the angels say, don't doubt your impact just because he isn't fluent in it yet. Love is not always loud. Sometimes it whispers its way through the cracks and blooms in the places no one else could reach. He is changing, because you loved without needing him to be ready. It wasn't a coincidence. That first meeting, that glance, that ache that never left. The angels say, this connection was written in the quiet ink of eternity. Before either of you knew longing, heaven knew your names. He may doubt it. He may try to rationalize it, grounding the mystery in logic. But deep down, when the world quiets and he's alone with his thoughts, he knows. He feels it. There's a gravity between you that defies circumstance. The angels reveal, this is not about timing. It's about sacred timing. The kind that doesn't make sense to the mind, only to the soul. You were not sent into his life to impress him. You were sent to awaken him. And though he resists, every part of his spirit bends toward you like light through an open window. The delays? Not punishment. The silence? Not rejection. These are the spaces where the divine does its deepest work. He is being guided, just as you are. Even when it feels like he's choosing distance, the angels are walking beside him, whispering what he cannot yet say. And you, your presence is part of that guidance. You are the prayer he didn't know he made. You are the answer he's still learning how to receive. And now the heavens offer this promise, wrapped in ancient truth. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6. Your job is not to control the journey. It's to trust it. You are not waiting for love. You are walking toward it, every time you choose faith over fear. He wants to let go. He truly does. But the angels whisper, the gate between his heart and yours is rusted shut, not because of you, but because of every time he opened it in the past and ended up bleeding. You ask yourself, why doesn't he just say it? Why won't he open his heart if he feels this way too? Because, dear soul, vulnerability comes with a cost he's still unsure he can afford. He was taught that silence protects, that holding back preserves dignity, that needing someone makes you weak. And yet, when he's near you, all of that starts to crumble. You don't demand that he opens up, but your presence beckons it. Every time you look at him without expectation, every time you choose kindness over resentment, you chip away at the walls he spent a lifetime building. And that terrifies him. The angels show him standing on the brink of his own transformation. He's gazing into the depths of what you represent. Not a fantasy, not a fleeting thrill, but a love that would require everything genuine. He fears what might surface within him once he lets go. The old grief. The buried longing. The boy who once sought love and was turned away. He's not resisting you. He's resisting the reflection you hold up, the one that says, it's safe now. Come as you are. But make no mistake, he feels it all. The hunger to trust you. The ache to fall into your arms unprotected. The hope that maybe, just maybe, this time love will embrace him in the raw places and stay. And the angels whisper, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9, he is learning that vulnerability is not weakness. It is the birthplace of connection. And you, beloved, are the first soul who has ever made him believe that.